All right, Mr. Grable here. We're back with Go Math, fourth grade, chapter 2. We are going to start with problem number 5 here. All right. So it says multiply 7 times 462 using place value in expanded form. Complete the expression. All right. So let's multiply by expanded form. This is, my favorite way to have students solve it because I find that it's the most accurate. So I'm going to expand 462, 462, and then we're multiplying it by 7. So here we go. 7 times 400 is 2800. 7 times 6 tens is 42 tens. Then 7 times 2 is 14. So 2800, 420, 14. I'm going to add them together. 4, 3. 800 plus 400 is 1200, so I got to redo it, and then that's 2000. So these drop down menus, look, it gives me the answer choices. So this 4 is 400. The 6 is in the tens place, so it's 6 tens or 60, and then the 2 is in the ones place. That's all that you need to do for this one. Make sure that you're paying attention, so you don't click off or click the wrong place value here. If you need help, make a place value chart. All right, let's go on to question 6. Question 6. I'm not usually very excited about these types of problems, but let's take a look at it. Okay. Liam has 4 boxes of baseball cards with 50 cards in each box. Okay. So he's got 4 boxes with 50. So 50 times 4. Okay. Well, 4 times 5 is 20 tons. So he's got 200 in this one. And now he's got, these are baseball cards, right? So let me label baseball. And then here he has 5 boxes with 40 basketball cards. So he's got b-ball cards also. And he's got 40 times 5. And we know that 5 times 4 tens is 20 tens. Right? Okay. The total amount of basketball and baseball cards. So basketball plus baseball equals something, right? So basketball cards, he had 200. Baseball cards, he had 200. Lots of times kids really miss this detail between basketball and baseball because they look so similar. So make sure you're reading carefully. So he has 400, right? Yeah, 200 plus 200. Now, if Liam goes to the store and buys 50 more baseball cards, plus 50, you would have 250 baseball cards. How many baseball and basketball cards does Liam have? Well, he had 400, right? And then he went and he added 50 more baseball cards. So now it's 250 plus, whoops. See, I put it in the wrong spot. So he went and bought baseball cards. So we're going to do 50 more baseball cards. So 250 baseball cards. And then still had 200 basketball. That equals 450 cards now because he went out and bought 50 more baseball cards. So it would be 400 plus 50 because we added 50 cards. Liam now has 450 baseball and basketball cards. So really a problem that we start off with some multiplication and then we need to do some addition. So this is a 1, 2, 3 steps, and then that 4th step is when he goes out to the store and buys some more. If you just read it slowly and write down as you go, I think you'll be pretty successful. Problem 7. These are kind of tough, so let's take a look. It's kind of like problem 5 here when we're looking at expanded form. So there's a book sale at the library. The price for each book is $4. Fill in the expression below to show how much money the library will make if it sells 289 books. So 289 times 4. This is what we're doing. Let's see how much money the library can raise. And you can see we want expanded form. So 200 times 80 times 9. You notice that all the different answer choices that they have for you are all the same numerals, but pay close attention to that place value. They're definitely trying to confuse you. So you can delete one, you can also clear the whole thing. So 289. Okay? So here's my 800. Here's my 32 tons, and then there's my ones, right? And we could add those together off to the side to find out how much money that library raised by selling those books. 6, 5, 11, 1, 2, 3 counting. So they raised over $1,000. Good job for that library. All right, let's keep going. We're doing a nice job. Number 8. Woo! I see 3 numbers in this problem kind of right away. So let's make sure that we're taking a plant. Let's make sure that we're taking our time with it. Hector planted 185 flowers in 2 days. There were 5 volunteers, including Hector, who each planted about the same number of flowers. About how many flowers did they plant? Ooh. The volunteers planted about blank flowers. I love when they give me answer choices. So I'm thinking this is multiplication or division. And we got that about in there, so we're going to be estimating. So Hector planted 185 flowers in 2 days. There were 5 volunteers, including Hector. So it's not 5 plus 1, because it was 5 volunteers, and Hector was one of them. So it was like 4 volunteers plus Hector, so that's 5, who each planted about the same number of flowers. Okay. I don't think it matters how many days, so I'm just going to cross that off. Okay, so Hector planted 185 flowers, and then each one of the, so each volunteer, there's 5 of them, planted, let's say, about 185. Planted 185, okay? Now it says about how many, so I would say, oh, that's about 200 times 5. So each volunteer planted about 200 flowers, and there's 5 of them, right? So we're going to do 5 times 200 is 1,000. Oh, that's 1,000. Right here. There we go. When we look at these answer choices, it's really the only one that's making a lot of sense. Number 9. Use the distributive property to help you solve. Enter the product. So distribute, we're just breaking up the numbers. So I would do this as 12 times 4. And this is a problem. Honestly, you can solve any way that you want, but I'm going to break up the 12 as a 10 and a 2, just like we've been working on, kind of that expanded form model. And we got 40, we got 8, and we know that 40 plus 8 is 48. Make sure that you are being accurate and precise with your basic multiplication facts. Number 10, estimate then enter the product. All right, so estimate 40 times 2. 40 times 2, 2 times 4 tens is 8 tens, or 80. 36 times 2, 36, like 2. 2 times 3 tens is 6 tens, then 2 times 6 is 12. I add those together, and I get 72. Make sure that you are precise. I know I'm kind of quick with my multiplication facts, but use your chart, show your work, be precise. All right, we're going to go through one more question, maybe two more. All right, so question 11 is a lot like question 10. We got to estimate first. So 80 times 5. Well, 5 times 8 tens is 40 tens. Make sure that you are really showing those basic facts. Use that language, 40 tens. Now we got to do 78 times 5. I'll show you the standard algorithm, the way that I was taught. 5 times 8 is 40. Bless me. So there's my 40. 5 times 7 tens is 35 tens, plus those 4 is 39 tens, or 390. Oh, that's reasonable. Those are pretty close. All right, one more problem, and then we'll turn it off for now. Use the model to find 2 times 127. So I really like this. However, you can't write on your screen like I can, so you're going to have to rewrite it by expanded form. So here we go. I'm getting pretty good at this. It's really going to help us out in Chapter 3 also, looking at our numbers with expanded form. So 2 times 100 is 200. 2 times 2 tens is 4 tens. 2 times 7 is 14. Now we need to line them up and add them up. You notice that I always rewrite my problems vertically to make sure that I am really being precise with my place value. All right, so that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Come back for the third part of this review. Bye.